Grace, aka Werevlog, screenplay written by Cole Spivey. Fade in. Garlane the cat. Interior, kitchen, morning, current day. An Echo Dot speaker rests on a wood countertop. The Echo Dot begins playing the song The Year of the Cat by Al Stewart. This particular song is an alarm for the breakfast feeding of the feline pet named Garlane. Garlane the cat wakes up to the beautiful music. The cat walks over to the cat bowl in the kitchen. Pet Libro automatic cat feeder releases a cupful of dry cat food, and the cat begins to eat as the song continues to play throughout the kitchen. Cut to death of the Gothic vlogger connection in Marfa, Texas. Exterior road, Marfa, Texas, winter night, 1 year ago, full moon, fog and snow. A black hearse is parked along the road before a partially snow-covered field. A cold winter has fallen on the panhandle of Texas. A wolfish howl rises under the full moon and hangs over the lonely field. On the side of the vehicle are the detailed painted letters in Gothic font, the Gothic Vlogger Connection. The full moon hangs in the wintry sky as the howl continues. It is closing in on midnight. More howling arises. A cold wind picks up a heap of snow and hurls the ivory ice flakes of snow over the now frozen barbed wire fence. A black abandoned icy t-shirt flaps in the wind and loosely hangs onto the prong of the barbed wire. The lost shirt has the printed character of the Roadrunner from the Wile E. Coyote cartoon. The t-shirt scrapes flat and hard against the barbed wire fence, revealing the evidence of a lost vlogger that has gone missing days ago. A touch of snow on the ground near the main roads hardens as the temperature drops to below freezing. A grim-looking vlogger known as Grim Vlogger, with jet black hair, Gothic tattoos, silver chain necklace with silver cross, pentagram on the back of his black leather motorcycle jacket underscored by the words Grim Vlogger. Ashy creeper platform shoes with zippers, velvet blue jeans, and digital camera on a stick that displays the icon Canon arrives on the scene. Grim Vlogger carefully walks and shivers alongside the green-haired, cute Gothic lady known as the Gothic Lady Vlogger, Vlogpyra. Carrying a black journal with a silver cross on the leather cover, she shivers from the icy wind and rubs her runny nose with the corner of her leather jacket zipper sleeve. Grim Vlogger takes out a package of Skittles. He opens the bag and tosses the piece of candy in his mouth. The Grim Vlogger's lips tremble from the cold air as he crunches on the sweets. The creature howls again. Howl! He swallows the candy and digs the bag for another colorful sweet treat. Skittle? I'm good. Hal rises again. Howl! Cut to cat on the field. Exterior shoulder of the road. Moments later, midnight. Grim Vlogger. Was that a coyote? Vlogpyra. Try a wolf. Sounds like a big one. Damn, it's cold out. What is it about midnight? A moment passes as the couple continues to scour the road and search for a good location to begin the vlogging session. Condensation fills the air as he takes a deep breath. Misty cloud expels from his mouth as he begins to speak for his video vlog. They approach a barbed wire fence. Cows moo in the field along the fence line. Ooh, Grim Vlogger. That moon was about awesome. Look at that. Have you ever seen such a moon as wicked and full as that? Is that not cool? Man, it's cold out. I mean, bitter cold. As cold as a witch's tata. A misty cloud of air curls around her lips as she opens her mouth to speak an interruption. Vlogpyra. Is your camera on? Is that camera on, dear? Moo, cow. Sound of cow mooing. The Grim Vlogger reveals his fist covered in tattoos before the digital camera lens, and then his index finger extends, pointing at the location he is vlogging. We see a jagged tattoo of lightning bolt tattooed on his finger. As his camera widens, he begins a selfie. Grim Vlogger now reveals many of his other Gothic tattoos. We noticed there is a black star tattooed on the Grim Vlogger's neck. The Grim Vlogger looks into the digital camera on a wooden stick and begins his speech and vlog. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Gothic Vlogger Connection. We are here in Marfa, Texas, near the site of where James Dean filmed his last movie, the 1956 epic Western drama film, The Giant, directed by George Stevens. The Giant was mostly filmed in this location. We were closing in on midnight. It's below freezing here in this small Texas town. Very bone chilling out. A cow interrupts with his moo. Moo! Okay, back to the vlog. Rumor has it this place is actually haunted by the ghost of Jimmy Dean, also known as James Dean. James Dean's ghost was once seen sitting in a tree not too far from the Little Retta Ranch, right here. Rumor has it the ghost of James Dean was once sighted in the very tree not too far from the Little Retta Ranch location, right there. Some have seen his ghost near the windmill, sometimes near the remains of the scenery used by director Stevens. I am now pointing the camera at where James Dean was seen at the famous windmill just before Jet Rink struck oil.
Is the camera rolling?
Yes, it's been rolling there. What's up?
Do you see that?
See what?
Do you see that over there? That thing right there? Out in the field, creeping?
What is that?
I don't know. You tell me. It's looking over here. See it?
Oh, my dear God. That's huge. And the name of Malinurme. What is that?
Yes, I do see what you may be seeing. See it? Geez, what is it? Honey, it's creeping our way. Should we just stand here?
Don't move too quick. He swallows a Skittle.
Shh. Does that look like a werewolf?
I swallowed my Skittle.
Coyote, baby?
Shh. I just swallowed my Skittle and coughed it up. And that's got to be the biggest coyote I've ever seen in my entire life. Biggest coyote on this planet, I'm sure.
Is this a joke?
I don't think that's a coyote or wolf. I think it's more of a wolfish, more like monster than coyote.
That coyote is the biggest wolf I've ever seen. That can't be a coyote, sweetie. That wolfish creature-looking thing. What are we looking at right now? About the size of a cow? Perhaps it's an actual werewolf? Geez Louise, a big one, too.
It sure is. And now it's coming our way.
Perhaps we should whisper at this point. I was thinking about running. Me too. Run! Oh, shit, run!
More howling. Arr! The grim vlogger wraps the red Reuben vintage camera strap around his arm. We hear the wolfish creature chasing after them as they tear running on foot through the cold night air and toward the main path where their parked hearse awaits on the shoulder of the road. Footsteps pound on the icy road. The sound of snow crunching, swoosh, then blood. A piece of leggy flesh goes flying across the shoulder of the road. Can't tell if it's alive or dead, but it seems to be a mutilated cow. Vlogpire screams, "Ah!" at the gruesome sight of the murdered animal. Howls of angst continue. The Vlogpire begins running away. She falls over a loose rock on the ground and tumbles to the soil, looking back in fear. A cow cries out in pain in the darkness. Vlogpire runs across the mutilated cow in the field and sidesteps around the dead animal and continues running for her life.
Run, honey, run! Run!
The grim vlogger is now sprinting. Vlogpire runs as fast as she can. They run together toward the safety of the parked hearse.
God, help us! Please, for the love of God, Jesus, help us! Please, God!
Vlogpire runs faster and trails behind him, trying to catch up. The wolfish creature's shadow tackles her and takes a bite into her neck. We only see its shadow at this point. Blood spills on the road. She reaches out for her companion, who is now desperately running away in horror. Foggy, cold breath escapes her mouth as she cries helplessly and then begins losing blood. Now we're on page 7, so we're going to continue. Fog rises from the field and begins to hover over the road. Vlogpire, help me!
Hang on, dear.
Grim Vlogger makes it to the hearse and opens the driver's side door and dives in. He starts the ignition on the radio, begins to play Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. Okay, so we get to this point here. We're going to stop on page 7. I was only going to do 2 pages, but I went to 7. I got inspired. So we're going to cue music. Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne is playing here. If I don't get this, I'm going to be very upset because I wrote it in my mind to this song, kind of, or it happens right here. So he turns the hearse on, so he gets it. He gets the ignition. I think I say something. Ground Vlogger makes it to the hearse and begins to open the driver's side and dives in. He starts the ignition and the radio begins to play Crazy Train. So he starts the ignition and it's like already playing on the radio, you know. So the next is like a chase scene with the hearse in the field, and there's cows and the werewolf. This is all to Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train. So if this doesn't work and make them a lot of money, then nothing does. All right, we're on page 7. We've got a great beginning. Remember, it starts with the cat. All right, thank you.